Let's move on next to the Broncos at the Dolphins. Well, it can't give you too much confidence right now if you're the Denver Broncos they've lost the first two games by a combined 3 points, but now you're going on the road against one of the best. They're looking good. The Dolphins are looking pretty darn good. And uh, Coach Logic is looking pretty good, right? He's calling fake plays on the scoreboard. He's trying to outrun the cameraman. He's having a good time. He's a pretty good coach. He's a real dude, right? So that's what you want. He knows what he has in his team, and he's putting the pieces in the right places. Feels like a good situation with Miami. It's tough to lay this many points in the NFL, especially against a coach that knows how to cover some spreads on the road. Now, granted, it's been a new situation so far, new regime here in Denver. So, they're faced with your own obstacles, like a Russell Wilson that still can't seem to. Maybe he has a few moments here and there, and maybe it's gotten a little bit better over the last few games dating back to last season. But all you got to do is make an extra point, and you might have a couple of wins. So, going on the road here, though, man, Miami's looking pretty good. Maurice is our Denver correspondent. Jamal says Dolphins to cover. Trey says maybe it's the Dolphins here laying these points. Do all of Tua's games go over at this point? And let's see. Money line here for the fish for Leweir. It's tough, man. You got to get this game under 5.5 for sure to get me interested. It's not going back. I mean, maybe there were some 5.5 openers out there, but now you're laying close to a touchdown. Probably feels like I want to even prefer Miami, but 2-0 against 0-2 in the NFL, a lot of times, crazy as it sounds. Now, Dolphins are strong, 21-11 against the spread, coming off of a win. The Dolphins are 10-4 as a home favorite. The Broncos can't seem to get out of their own way. They've lost 13 of their last 16 straight up. And, man, they don't have big play offense. They're missing my man Tim Patrick out for the season, and his career might be over. So they just don't get any big plays. I don't know if they can contribute to a big total like this. The steam came in on the over. What are we thinking here? I mean, the Denver Broncos are really going to be able to match up offensively with the Miami Dolphins here with an offense that can't get any big plays. So I got to be on the under. I mean, is that total right? 48.5 now at some books. Gosh, I didn't know the Broncos were going to come out with such a strong offense in this next game. Doesn't feel like it. Does not feel like it. So I don't know. I don't want this to be, a bad decision for the Broncos moving forward with this. Are they about ready to move on? Can they move? Could they find a way to try to move on from Russell Wilson in the middle of the season? Is that even fathomable? I guess we'll learn more this week, but I guess you're still stuck with Russell Wilson. Can he match up against Tua in this game? Tua 23-13, straight up now in his career. So, and man, the Dolphins, they just worry about the Broncos scoring here. Okay, thanks, you guys. We'll take the under here in this one at 48.5. Overs crushed last week. Somehow I ended up on the green side on the premium picks. Even though I was spouting. And week 2, traditionally the most volatile of the weeks for the totals. I'm not changing my theme here. There's not a lot of road favorites this week, but here comes one of them. It basically the key. I don't want to say it, but you can just start your key. You guys, when you're starting your hand, now you can always work your way off of it because you can't. Nothing is 100%. But when you got road favorites in the NFL, you start thinking under. And home favorites, you are considering overs. The bigger the spread, maybe the over becomes more. A closer game, you think, oh man, close game back and forth, but no, close game means sometimes a little bit under. That's why you think of that Chargers Vikings. You're like, getting up to 54 and near pick'em game.